Hello everyone, welcome back to Miss Shannon's Story Time. It has been quite a while since I've read a story for my channel, and I wanted to come back today and read a story. Maybe I can put 2 stories up today. We'll see how everything's going. I wanted to take out some of the books that my children used to read. I went through them and I came across an Eric Carle book that they loved and enjoyed when they were younger. So I thought this was a perfect day to do that. And I also wanted to show some of the things that I do. Like, one of the things I do besides reading and enjoy reading with children is I like to make rag dolls. And this is one of the ones I've made for my Etsy shop that I have on there. So if anyone's interested in that, I could add the info to my shop in the description of the story. But anyway, enough of that. That's another day. Here is the story we're doing today. My Apron by Eric Carle. We lost a page. It's a well-loved story. It's gotten old. This is dedicated for all my uncles and aunts. Eric Carle, My Apron, a story from my childhood. There we go, we'll just adjust that page. My Uncle Adam wears a white apron. The apron has a big pocket in front. He is a plasterer. He plasters houses, inside and outside. I want a white apron with a pocket, and I want to help my Uncle Adam. My Aunt Elizabeth measures me. She cuts a piece of cloth and sews an apron with a pocket for me. Thank you, Aunt Elizabeth. I love my apron. In the morning, my Uncle Adam and I go to work. First, we mix a big batch of plaster. Then, my Uncle Adam asks me to carry the plaster up to the top floor so he can plaster the chimney. All morning, I carry plaster up the stairs to my Uncle Adam. Thank you, says my Uncle Adam. You are a good helper. At lunchtime, my Uncle Adam and I sit down and eat and talk. All afternoon, I go up and down the stairs to carry plaster to my Uncle Adam. I am a good helper. Late in the afternoon, my Uncle Adam and I go to supper. Next year, I will help my Uncle Adam again. Then I will get a cap, just like my Uncle Adam's. This is a letter that Eric Carle wrote to everybody who read this story. Dear friends, My Apron is a true story that happened when I was 8 years old. I had a couple of days off from school and visited my Aunt Elizabeth and Uncle Adam. They had no children of their own and were happy to have me around. My aunt was as gentle and talkative as my uncle was gruff and tight-lipped. But when he did speak, his booming voice could be heard for miles. Yet underneath his roughness was a kind man. I had visited my relatives often before, but this was the first time that I noticed my uncle's apron. And right away, I took a fancy to this big white apron with a pocket. I still remember how proud I was of my very own apron and how important I felt to help my uncle with his work. Sincerely, Eric Carle. What I love about this story is the trueness of it and the realness. I love how we have people in our family, our aunts, our uncles, cousins, and our grandparents, who are just as much our teachers as our parents, but also our teachers in school. I feel it's very important when we have these opportunities to be with our extended family members, our aunts, uncles, our grandparents, because they're part of the team that is there to help us grow and to develop confidence in what we want to do in life. I hope you enjoyed this story. I love Eric Carle. I'm going to see if I have a few more Eric Carle stories to pull out. But this one was really a special one to read. And again, just looking at his letter from the end. Oh, here we didn't even talk about his art. We'll talk about that in a second. But just looking at this letter, looking through it, the impact that being with his aunt and uncle made on him in how he grew and formulated what he wanted in the world was very special to him. And when you're 8 years old and you have such a clear memory like that and you want to share with others, it's so special. And on this page, Eric Carle goes over his art in the book. As he's not only the author, he is the illustrator. And he shows how the black line art drawn on a thin sheet of paper is of transparent polyester, which is a very thin sheet of paper. So he uses like a black marker. And then it is superimposed on the colored tissue paper collage. If any of you in school have taken those little pieces of colored tissue paper that your teacher has given you and pasted it in the lines of a picture, you know what that might look like. And this is the result. This is the outcome. So these are not so much painting as they are also from colored tissue paper being glued into the art spaces. Thank you for joining me with this story. I hope we can do another one very soon. Everyone have a wonderful day, and please come back.